for our third boys quarterfinal game. The visiting team is from the Metro League. In tonight's quarterfinal with a record of 20 wins and 7 losses, the Jesuit Crusaders. And the home team from the Quarterfinals League. In tonight's quarterfinal with a record of 24 wins and 2 losses, the Oregon City Pioneers. For tonight's game. First, the visiting Jesuit Crusaders. At guard, Jr., wearing number 5, Penny Harrison. Also in guard, 6 for the senior, number 10, Joe Stinson. Also in guard, 6 for the senior, number 11, Ryan Burrow. Also in guard, 6 for the junior, wearing number 12, Major Williams. Senior number 23, Sam Kirby. The head coach of the Crusaders, Gene Potter, is assisted by Daniel Beast. Now, fans, let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's home team, the Pioneers of Oregon City. Senior number 11, Elijah Scott. Also in 16, senior number 13, Madden Sidney. And that way, 6'6" junior, number 25, Eli Hopkins. The head coach of the Pioneers is Aaron Newkirk. He is assisted by Alex Newkirk, Brad Crosby, Colton Thomas, and James Londa.
Second half of the quarterfinal games here for the boys. It's going to be Oregon City and Jesuit. So here we go. Like I said, both these teams have been featured on this channel before this season. So Oregon City had them on here when they played Southridge at the Les Schwab. So here we go. And it's going to be like in sync the floor first. Like a chant fest going on already. Student sections going back and forth each other. Game's not even started. Here we go. And it's beginning with Joe Stimson and the Crusaders. Here we go. It's going to be Jesuit. Major Williams. Major Williams lost the ball, recovers it. Out to Penny Harrison. Penny Harrison swings it out to Sam Kirby. Sam Kirby now back to Major Williams. Major Williams can't get it to go. Rebound by Eli Hopkins. He's had a great game against Southridge earlier this year in the Les Schwab as punt fake 3. And he goes out to Alarian Scott, which for those who watched that Southridge game, the person missing on my roster for that game that I printed off, that was Alarian Scott. This time he's on the roster though. And it's going to be the post up. And the foul we call on the Crusaders stays with Oregon City. You have 7:17 to go here in the first quarter. Oregon City's in section about half the size of Jesuit, but they are loud. And so he passes tip, taken back by Sam Kirby and the Crusaders. So here we go. It's going to be Brian Barr on the pass out to Sam Kirby to Penny Harrison. Penny Harrison back to Major Williams. Major Williams to Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson, the Nevada commit for football, draws the foul. So it'll save Jesuit with 6:58 to go in the first quarter.
That's his first personal, first team foul.
Back in bounds with Sam Curvey in the Crusaders. Inside the Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson swings it back out to Major Williams. Major Williams for three. It's short. And it's going to go be rebound for Elijah Scott in the Pioneers. So here we go. It's going to be Alarian Scott gets things started for the Pioneers. 2-0 Oregon City. On the scoreboard, they gave it to Jesuit. Actually, you can see on there, I zoomed it out just right where you can see enough of the action and the scoreboard at the same time. And it's going to be the shot up for Sam Curvey, no good. Rebound Elijah Scott. So it's 2-0 Oregon City, not Jesuit, according to the scoreboard. So it's going to be Alarian Scott to pass out to Elijah Scott. Inside to Connor Lemon. That's mixed up with Walton's Carter Lemon. They had an air ball, but Connor Lemon, the offensive rebound for the Pioneers. And it's going to be the drive inside and the dunk for Eli Hopkins. 4-0 Oregon City. So 4-0 Oregon City. Here goes Ryan Barone with the ball. Finds Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson, wide open jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound Alarian Scott for the Pioneers. It's going to be the drive inside. Elijah Scott. And a foul will be called on the ground against Jesuit. So stays with Oregon City with 5:24 to go in the first quarter. Here we go, back in bounds with the Pioneers. It's going to be Eli Scott all the way to the basket. Tries through all of Jesuit's defense, makes it 6-0 Oregon City. So here we go. 6-0 Pioneers. Joe Stimson is unable to get the Crusaders on the board. And still 6-0 Pioneers. So here we go. It's going to be Alarian Scott to Connor Lemon. Elijah Scott for three. No good. It's going to be a battle for the rebound. Sam Curvey picks it up for the Crusaders. And it goes back to Jesuit here with 4:45 to go in the first. Here we go. Jesuit swings it out, knocked out of bounds to Oregon City. Penny Harrison got a piece of that. Here with 4:41 to go in the first. Timeout. Jesuit, 6-0 Oregon City, 4:41 to go here in the first. Pioneers lead with the ball. Near the end of the timeout, 6-0 Oregon City leads. Here, 4:41 to go in the first. So it's going to be Oregon City ball. And gets it back in bounds to Madden Sendek. Here we go. Here goes Oregon City, Elijah Scott. Swings it out for the Pioneers to Eli Hopkins. It's going to be Eli Hopkins. Gives it off. Swings it back out to Sendek. As Sendek finds a wide open three attempt. Almost got that one. Couldn't get to go for Alex Hoff. Offensive rebound to go in. Elijah Scott finishes it for the Pioneers. 8-0 Oregon City. So here we go. Here goes Jesuit. It's going to be time Christian Lowe to Penny Harrison. Penny Harrison. Pass it back to Christian Lowe. And it's going to be a pass back out to Penny Harrison. Penny Harrison all the way to the basket. Blocked. Partially. Battle for the ball. And a foul will be called. And it's going to go back to Oregon City with 3:42 to go here in the first quarter.
Jersey foul, charge number 15, Christian Lowe. That's his first Team foul number 3.
So you go back in bounds with the Pioneers. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Hoff to Elijah Scott. Elijah Scott now gives it back to Alex Hoff. And Eli Hopkins flashes. Sets up a pass off to Elijah Scott. And Scott almost got the 3, can't get it to go. Rebound, Joe Stimson. Straight to Penny Harrison for the Crusaders. And it's going to be the swing out to Ryan Barone. Now to Joe Stimson. Here goes Joe Stimson now for the Crusaders. To Christian Lowe. Christian Lowe drives inside and can't get it to go. Rebound to Larry and Scott for the Pioneers. And out of bounds to Jesuit. So turnover for the Pioneers with 2:57 to go here in the first. So here we go. Back in bounds of the Crusaders. They trail 8-0. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be Joe Stimson to Ryan Barone. Ryan Barone draws the foul and will go to the line for 2 with 2:43 to go here in the first.
Pioneer foul, number 14, Alex Hoff. That's his first. Second team foul. That's it, number 11, Ryan Barone. To the line for the Crusaders. Shooting 2.
Ryan Barone shoot 2. First shot's up. Good. Jesuit on the board, 8-1. There's a second shot for Ryan Barone. Shot is up. And no good. Rebound by Eli Hopkins. Gives it to Elijah Scott. So 8-1. It's going to be Hoff. Pass out. Now to Elijah Scott. And it's going to be Eli Hopkins for 3. That's short. Battle for the rebound to Jesuit. With 2:24 to go here in the first. Back in bound with the Crusaders. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Oregon City leads by 7, 8-1. It's going to be Christian Lowe to Penny Harrison. Back to Christian Lowe. Christian Lowe now swings it out to Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson to Ryan Barone. Ryan Barone from Dame range. That's good from Dame range from Ryan Barone. And Ryan Barone gives Jesuit their first field goal of the game with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 8-4. Larry and Scott, the ball for the Pioneers. Back out, double swing to Hoff. Alex Hoff to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins drives inside, swings it out to Larry and Scott. They'll get it back, the ball back after losing it, and it's going to be Alex Hoff. Rolling back outside to Elijah Scott, now back to Eli Scott. Eli Hopkins. There's Larry and Scott. Can't get it to go. The putback dunk almost got it for Eli Hopkins. And Jesuit walks into a trap, but a foul will be called against Oregon City. With 1:25 to go here in the first. So here we go. A minute 25 to go. It's going to be Joe Stimson. Clean bounds here.
Back in for Jesuit is number 12, Major Williams.
Major Williams returns for the Crusaders. Back of bounds at Jesuit. They trail by 4. A minute 20 to go here in the first quarter. Ryan Barone to Joe Stimson. Out to Major Williams. As it's going to be Christian Lowe. Finds Ryan Barone. Ryan Barone for 3. That's no good. Rebound by nobody. It's out of bounds to Oregon City. Here we go. At the minute and 6 to go, it'll be going back to the Pioneers. So here we go. Approaching the final minute here in quarter number 1. It's going to be Madden Sendek with the ball for the Pioneers. It's Eli Hopkins. Now to Alex Hoff. Back to Sendek. And they'll continue to rotate the ball for the Pioneers. trying to find something open. Sendek will drive inside. That's a beautiful three for Alex Hoff. No good. Rebound Ryan Barone for the Crusaders. Here with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Joe Stimson gets a knock out of bounds. Stays with Jesuit. Here we go. Back in bounds with Sam Curvey and the Crusaders. They give it off to Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson drives inside all the way to the basket. Gets it to go for Joe Stimson. 8-6. It's an 8-0 run followed by a 6-0 run. It's going to be the drive all the way to the basket for Oregon City. No good. And just like Jesuit tipped it, which means he is able to come back in bounds and touch it. At least that's what it'll be on the ruling. And the basket to go for Sendek. The closing seconds of the first quarter. Joe Stimson from way out. That's no good. 10-60 in the first quarter. Oregon City leading over Jesuit here at the Chiles Center. 3 more quarters here at University of Oregon. Start of quarter number 2 here at the Chiles Center. Oregon City leading Jesuit 10-6. The Pioneers ball to start quarter number 2. And the throw in to Pioneers, the Sendek. Quarter number 2 underway here. And it's going to be the drive from Pioneers. Alex Hoff finds the pass taken back by Major Williams. Then Sendek takes it right back. What a drive there. Pass inside to Connor Lemon. Back out to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins sheds Joe Simpson. Beautiful play. And drains the shot for Eli Hopkins. And Elijah Scott comes back in for the Pioneers. Here we go. Joe Simpson with the ball, back in bounds for Jesuit. Joe Stimson can't get it to go. It's short. Rebound Pioneers. Now gives it off to Eli Hopkins. Back to Sendek to Batchelor to Eli Hopkins again. Eli Hopkins gives it off to Sendek. Now to Eli Hopkins again. Thinks about the three, almost took it. Decides to drive inside. Drives back out, swings it out. Lost the ball. Oregon City recovers it. And got it off of Jesuit's foot. So perfectly executed by the Pioneers to keep the ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock and 7 minutes to go in the first half. Back in bounds with the Pioneers. It's going to be Connor Lemon for 3. That's short. And a battle for the rebound. Elijah Scott gets it going. And a foul will be called on Jesuit. So once again, another perfectly executed play for Oregon City. And they get to keep the ball with a fresh 35 on the shot clock. So here we go. Back in bounds with the Pioneers. They lead by 6, 12-6. It's going to be Sendek out to LJ Batchelor. It's Elijah Scott, now to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins drives inside all the way, overshoots the layup, too much energy into it. And Joe Stimson takes it back. Here we go. Joe Stimson with the ball. Joe Stimson. Now with the ball for the Crusaders. Off. Pass inside. It's going to be Sam Kirby drawing the foul and the basket to go for Sam Kirby. So it's going to be one shot coming in for Sam Kirby and the Crusaders. And one for Sam Kirby is going to be up and no good. And a rebound for LJ Batchelor and the Pioneers. They stay up by 4 with 6 minutes to go here in the first half. That's a swing. Sendek to Elijah Scott. Elijah Scott backs out. Now back out to McCoy Haskett. Inside. And Sendek can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Picked up by nobody. And then the Pioneers keep it in bounds. What a way to keep the drive alive for the Pioneers. Elijah Scott back to McCoy Haskett. Now back to Elijah Scott. Elijah Scott drives inside, lost it, recovers it. Now we'll go all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, though, for the Pioneers. This time for Sendek. Sendek. And the beautiful pass, the dime to Alarian Scott. 14-8 Oregon City. So here we go. 14-8. It's going to be Penny Harrison to Ryan Barone. Ryan Barone takes the mid-range jumper. Short. Rebound Pioneers. Here with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Elijah Scott passes out. Double swing. And now back to McCoy Haskett. McCoy Haskett lost it, recovers it. Back to Elijah Scott. Elijah Scott drives inside into double traffic. Gets blocked. And taken back by Ryan Barone and the Crusaders. Here with 4:45 to go in the first half. Joe Stimson tries to drive inside. Takes a tough contested shot. Can't get it to go. Oregon City forces it perfectly. They get the ball back on the defensive rebound with 4:30 to go in the first half. It's going to be Sendek. Sendek. Back out. And it's going to be back out to McCoy Haskett. Now back to LJ Batchelor to Elijah Scott. Finds McCoy Haskett. And Haskett trying to pass it outside the arc. And they'll continue to run that. And now they find the post up by Alarian Scott on the post up, but he lost the ball. It's on the ground. And shot clock violation. So it's going to go back to Jesuit because they did not have full possession, so the shot clock is not reset. So 4-1 to go in the first half. It's going to go back to Jesuit.
Replacing LJ Batchelor and McCoy Haskett.
Here we go. Back in bounds with Major Williams and the Crusaders. Our 4 minutes to go here in the first half. It's going to be Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson out to Major Williams. And Sam Kirby can't get it to go. Rebound Elijah Scott for the Pioneers. Here we go. Back out to Elijah Scott. Now into the hands of Alarian Scott. Alarian Scott. Back to Elijah Scott. Elijah Scott. Now out to Sendek. And Eli Hopkins can't get it to go. Rebound offensively for Connor Lemon. And to Alarian Scott. That rolls in for Alarian Scott. 16-8, Oregon City. So here we go. 16-8, Oregon City leading over Jesuit. Major Williams, back to Joe Stimson. Back to Major Williams. Major Williams drive inside, but tripped. So it gives Oregon City time to set up some defense. And Ryan Barrow now pressured to double coverage. And now Oregon City pressures tough defense. Major Williams swings it back out to Joe Stimson. Here we go. It's me the pass out again. Major Williams tries to drive inside. And It's going to be the rebound for Oregon City, and they'll get it going. Major Williams very slow to get up for the Crusaders, as it's going to be Elijah Scott. The swing out to Sendek. Sendek to Connor Lemon. Connor Lemon gets it to go for the Pioneers. 18-8 Oregon City. Here we go. Back in bounds with Jesuit. Joe Stimson from Dame range. And a foul will be called on Oregon City. So it's going to be 3 shots for Joe Stimson and the Crusaders, with 2:12 to go in the first half.
Is number 10, Joe Stimson, shooting 3.
First shot's up, no good. Stays 18-8, Oregon City. Comes the second shot. It's up. This time it's good.
Into Crusaders is number 15, Christian Lowe, replacing Major Williams.
One more to shoot for Joe Stimson. Gets it to go. 18-10. Here, back in bounds with Sendek and the Pioneers. Eli Hopkins gives it out to Larian Scott. Post up for Connor Lemon. Swings it out to Sendek. Sendek, a beautiful opportunity. Beautiful pass to Larian Scott. A very smart move to pass the ball. Works out perfectly. He gets rewarded with an assist. And possibly even more playing time come to that is Sam Kirby gets the reverse layup to go for the Crusaders to respond. So here we go. It's going to be Sendek to Elijah Scott. 90 seconds to go in the first half. It's going to be out of bounds. Stays with Oregon City.
Back in for the Pioneers is number 14, Alex Hall, replacing Connor Lemon.
So here we go. Back in bounds with the Pioneers. 20-12. It's going to be Sendek inside, swings it out to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins all the way, draws the foul on the ground. I said that's the 4th total foul of this quarter, so both teams playing very disciplined defense so far. They're not fouling, and yet the score is still only 20-12. Here we go, back in bounds with the Pioneers. I said they got knocked out by Sprague last year. Sprague, obviously, that was the first time the Chiles Center. They ended up going in the 4th place. That was their best finish in school history. So now, as Larian Scott gets it back to the 10 with Oregon City lead. I said washing that last year's taste out of there and responding with a Chiles Center appearance after being sunset in the last round. Jesuit, I said, came in as an 11 seed last year and made it all the way to the championship. Falling to Jalen Atkins, Braden Barrett, and them. And it'll be traveling against Jesuit. It's going to go back to Oregon City with 43 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go. It's going to be back in bounds with the Pioneers. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. They lead by 10 over Jesuit. Defending state runner-ups. It's going to be the pass out to Hoff. Back to Sendek. Now to Alarian Scott. Alarian Scott thought about that 3. He really thought about it. Alarian Scott now swing it out. It's going to be closing seconds on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock for the Pioneers. Got to get something up. Eli Hopkins needs to find something to get up. And Oregon State's going to have to shoot it. And a travel. So, turnover regardless for the Pioneers. With 8.5 seconds to go in the first half.
Replacing Penny Harrison.
Here. Back in bounds with Jesuit. Closing seconds in the first half. Joe Simpson gets across in time. And at the buzzer, gets it to go. With time to spare, actually. 2 seconds still. And a full court heave. And at the end of the first half, it's Oregon City 22, Jesuit 14. Second half underway here. And it's going to be Oregon City, Elijah Scott for three. Drains the three for Elijah Scott. So 25-14, Oregon City. Here we go. Swing inside to Sam Kirby. He can't get it to go. Rebound, Oregon City. Goes Connor Lemon. Somewhere to go. It's going to be out to Elijah Scott. To Larian Scott. And the three, drained for Madden Sendek. 28-14, Oregon City. So here we go. Back in bounds with Joe Stimson, the Crusaders. Back to Ryan Barone. Now to Major Williams. Major Williams drives inside, so we get to Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson for three. That's good for Joe Stimson. The football commit to Nevada. Drains the three. So the Central Catholic fans showing up right next to Oregon City. So considering how much Central Catholic hates Jesuit, we'll see if they join Oregon City in some of these chants. Three again. This time it's no good. Rebound by Penny Harrison and the Crusaders. It's Penny Harrison. No good. Rebound Connor Lemon. And a foul will be called against Jesuit. Goes back to Oregon City. Here with 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Back in bounds with Oregon City. They lead by 11, 28-17. Eli Scott all the way, draws the foul. And Eli Hopkins, correction, to go to line for two. Yes, I'll be here for the CC Grant game. I'll be here for every game. So first shot is up and good for Eli Hopkins. All right, so if there being multiple Elijahs on Oregon City's team, it can get pretty easy to mix up their last name sometimes. How fast everything goes is Eli Hopkins gets the second one to the news. Yeah, I was there for Clackamas Benson. The VOD is up on my channel now, so after this, if you want to go watch it, or after tonight, you can go watch it. That was a crazy one. As it's going to be the pass out to Major Williams now for Jesuit. To Ryan Barone, back to Joe Stimson. It's going to be Joe Stimson getting it to go. 30-19. Oregon City still leads by 11. That game was crazy. All right, with Benson having two of the top 5 freshmen, though, you can kind of see how that upset happened. As a layup to go for Eli Hopkins. So 32-19. So 13-point Oregon City lead. It's going to be Joe Stimson out the ball for the Crusaders. Here we go. Major Williams for three. That's no good. Rebound, Connor Lemon. And the pass is going to be taken back by Ryan Barone. And Major Williams a wide open three. Oregon City boxes out. And it's going to be a rebound for Larian Scott, the Pioneers. With 4:15 to go in the third. So here we go. It's going to be Elijah Scott, the pass out. And Elijah Scott, pass it to Eli Hopkins. And it's going to be Larian Scott for three. That's no good. A foul will be called. Yeah, so if Clackamas, I said one of their players, I've talked to him a little bit before. He's actually subscribed to my channel, France, who's number 10 for Clackamas.
That's his first. Second team foul. In for Jesuit is number 15, Christian Lowe. Number 13, Jeff Wilson. Back in for the Pioneers is number 14, Alex Hoff.
Yeah, Augie, yeah. Here we go. It's going to be Penny Harrison at the ball for the Crusaders. It's going to be now out to Crusaders. It's going to be Christian Lowe driving inside to Joe Stimson. 5 on the shot clock for Jesuit. Joe Stimson has to try something here. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ball stolen by Alarian Scott. And it's going to go back to the Pioneers. Here we go. Gives it back out to Hoff for the Pioneers. With 3 minutes to go here in the third. It's going to be back out. Hoff. 15 on the shot clock. It's going to be Alarian Scott. It lost the ball. Taken back by Joe Stimson. 1 man to beat. And gets it to go for Joe Stimson on the steal. And the basket to go. 32-21. Oregon City leads. It's going to be back out to Hoff. Now out to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins out to Hoff. Hoff drives inside, swings it out to Alarian Scott. Alarian Scott has the ball lost, and a foul will be called on Major Williams. So Pioneers keep it with 2:15 to go and a fresh 35 seconds on the shot clock for the Pioneers.
And for the Crusaders is number 11, Ryan Bravo, replacing Williams. Back in for Oregon City is number 13, Connor Levin.
Here we go. And a 5-second violation. And we'll go back to Jesuit. So here we go, back in bounds to the Crusaders. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be the pass out to Ryan Barone. Now out to Jack Wilson. And inside, it's going to be Christian Lowe. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Eli Hopkins for the Pioneers. No, I was not at Southridge Benson. I was at Westland Sherwood. But I saw what happened, though. I had a bunch of friends from my school that were at that game. As the three's up, for Eli Hopkins, no good. And taken back by Joe Stimson and the Crusaders. So I was at Southridge Rainier Beach, though. So it's going to be Jack Wilson. With a 5-second violation. And it's going to go back to Oregon City. Southridge is definitely not overhyped. They definitely earned that 1 seed. I mean, they beat Oregon City, who's one of their only 2 losses. They beat Rainier Beach. They beat Central Catholic once out of the 2 times they played. Just Benson, like I said, they played them once. They know what they did wrong, and they fixed it. I said they were down 12 at halftime to Southridge. They just got hot in the second half, and that just happens sometimes. As the three's up and rolls out, rebound Penny Harrison for the Crusaders. Ryan Barone out to Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson inside. Gets it to go for Joe Stimson. And it's going to be 32-23. That tends to be a common factor of Southridge is like, every year at the Chiles Center, hear some people tell me like they just don't care that they're there. Like obviously they do, but they don't have the same energy they do like in the regular season. Like it's different. As Elijah Scott gets it to go for the Pioneers. Like it's weird. Like you watch Southridge in the regular season and then versus the playoffs, they look completely different. Like I said, it's weird. Usually it's the opposite. As now closing seconds, it's going to be Jesuit. Ryan Barone from Dame range. Gets it to go from beyond Dame range for Ryan Barone. And a shot at the buzzer. Half-court shot. Almost got it. 34-26 Oregon City at the end of the third quarter. 1 more quarter to go here. Anyone's game. Oregon City by 8. Yeah, I mean, it's low scoring. I said both these teams have just had like really good executed defense. Like, there's not been that many fouls, which is kind of crazy. I said Jesuit's more of a defensive team. They're averaging like, Jesuit averages about 60-ish points a game. Oregon City's averaging about 70. Probably 65 to 72-ish points on average for Oregon City. Jesuit has about like 60 to 65 points a game. I guess still said low. The least amount of points they've had was, they've had like 50-ish a couple of times. Jesuits had 40 and 30 a couple of times. So like, they've had those games where just been complete defense. As quarter number 4 is underway here at the Chiles Center. Begins with Oregon City trying to knock off defending state runner-ups. And begins with Sendek. It's Alarian Scott, gets it out to Connor Lemon, swings it out to Elijah Scott. As it's going to be a crazy shot, no good. And a foul be called against Oregon City. I said, so you see Nick Linfield here. Grant is a really, really good young group. And Central is a very experienced older group, so we'll see how that goes. Thing is, though, a bunch of them know each other, so that'll be a very friendly fire-like game, so that could mean it could go either way. That gives Grant a bit of an advantage to being a friendly fire. As it's going to be back in bounds with Jesuit, Penny Harrison takes the jumper wide open, and it rolls in for Penny Harrison with 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. So I saw Grant and I saw like all these guys play at the Les Schwab. It's pretty crazy. I said we saw this last year where Jesuit had a big run to come back against Central Catholic. They were down 20 at half of the Central Catholic. They came all the way back and won. Well, this is something they do quite often. And it's going to be out of bounds to Oregon City, so they get a stop. So 6:36 to go. Oregon City just trying to defend that lead a little bit longer. Like I said, fourth quarter Jesuit is always a crazy team. So back in bounds with Oregon City. The lead is big as 14. It's now down to 6. As it's going to be shot no good. Offensive rebound for Alarian Scott. Ball's on the ground. And it's going to be a held ball. Goes to Jesuit with 6:20 to go in the game.
Back in for the Pioneers is number 14, Alex Hall. Replacing Connor Lemon.
Timeout, Oregon City. 6:20 to go in the game, 34-28. With Clackamas, I think they just lived and died by the 3. RJ was shooting like, yes, he's really good at making those crazy long threes, but like, it felt way too forced in my opinion. Like, he didn't have to take all those crazy threes. That difference been a difference because if they could have gone for like a layup on those couple of drives, they would have won the game. Just in my opinion. I said, but it's not just them that does that. Nelson did it last year where they just lived and died by the 3. I feel like also just Sirius Owens is just more quiet than normal. That just kind of happens sometimes. You have an off day. Here we go. Back in bounds with Jesuit. They trail by 6 with the ball. 6:15 to go here in the game. It's going to be the drive inside for Joe Stimson. Gets it to go. 4-point game. 34-30. Your Oregon City, just try to keep it chilled. You still have a 1.5 possession lead. Plenty of time left. Don't overthink it if you're Oregon City. As it's going to be the pass out to Elijah Scott for the Pioneers. And Elijah Scott, quick passing back to his Valerian Scott. And now with a couple seconds on the shot clock, Eli Hopkins, as the shot clock expires for Eli Hopkins. Perfectly executed again for the Pioneers. Back up to a 6-point game. Got a couple of Central Catholic fans joining in on the Oregon City defense chants. They want Jesuit to lose. But Central Catholic said they hate Jesuit. That's their biggest rival. As Penny Harrison, the offensive rebound for the Crusaders, to Ryan Barone, the floater. Gets it to go for Ryan Barone. So 4-point game, 5 minutes to go. Here we go. Eli Hopkins with the ball for the Pioneers. Eli Hopkins drives inside with the dunk all the way for Eli Hopkins. When his team needed it most, he answers with the dunk of the game. And a foul will be called on the Pioneers. So with a bunch of momentum there, getting a little excited. So here we go. 4:41 to go. Oregon City by 4. 6. Oh, absolutely. I think Eli Hopkins is one of the best players in the state. I remember all summer I said I just had his, for some reason my feed, I kept getting like his summer league games. I think his dad was posting or something. So I kind of got to watch him. I was like, dang, this guy's good. Outside of bounds, still Jesuit. So he'll be back in bounds with Major Williams. Major Williams, the drive inside. That's me taken back by Elijah Scott. Here we go. Here we go. 4 minutes to go, 6-point Oregon City lead. Well, I said even more Central Catholic fans starting to join in on the Oregon City chants. Just because, for the sole purpose, they want Jesuit to lose. And tough shot, going to be taken back by Major Williams as Connor Lemon's called for a foul. So back to Jesuit it goes with 3:51 to go. Timeout, Oregon City, a 30-second timeout by the Pioneers. 3:51 to go. Oregon City leads over the Crusaders. But lots of game left. See what happens. End of the timeout. And I say, back in bounds with the Pioneers on defense, just with the basketball. It's Joe Stimson. Gets it out. Ryan Barone, a wide open three. Can't get it to go. That's big if they can. That's huge for Oregon City since they just rebounded it and out of bounds. Oregon City ball still. And it's Jesuit ball. Here we go. Now it's me, Jesuit ball still. So I'll have to recall the shot clock real fast. All right, shot clock reset back down to 23 seconds. He's pretty good. He's had a solid year at Central Catholic. Back in bounds with Joe Stimson. 3:30 to go. It's going to be back out to Major Williams. Major Williams. Somewhere to go. Finds Joe Stimson on the pass. Joe Stimson has the open three. Takes it. Drains the three for Joe Stimson. 3-point game. Let's see how Oregon City can handle the pressure. Here we go. It's going to be Alarian Scott to Elijah Scott. Now to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins. Back out to Alarian Scott. Inside. Lost the ball. Taken back by Sam Kirby. And a foul will be called. And Oregon City out of fouls to give. It's 4-0 on fouls. Oregon City out of fouls to give. Jesuit still a 4. So Oregon City just has to try and hold on a little bit longer if they want to try to pull off this win against Jesuit here to get a spot in tomorrow's semifinals. Now, almost all the Central Catholic students are standing up with Oregon City to form one giant student section that's anti-Jesuit. And it's already getting to work. Outside of bounds to Jesuit. Back in bounds with Jesuit. And the shot to go. And it's a 1-point game, 38-37. 2:20 to go. Oregon City up by 1. Here we go. And now Grant is joining Jesuit student section to make some noise. Eli Hopkins lost the ball. Can he beat Joe Stimson back? No, he doesn't, but Joe Stimson misses the shot, and Oregon City gets a huge rebound to keep the lead for them. Here we go. And a foul will be called on Penny Harrison. Another 2 minutes to go here in the game. And now look at this. Now all of Central Catholic student section is standing up with Oregon City. Look at that. And Grant starting to do the same thing with Jesuit. And a traveling against Oregon City, so back to Jesuit it goes. And timeout. Jesuit, a full timeout by the Crusaders. It's 38-37, 2 minutes to go. Jesuit ball, down 1. Head of the timeout. 38-37. Jesuit with the basketball, down 1. Let's see what's going to happen here. Here we go. Central Catholic and Oregon City making a bunch of noise. Let's see how it'll be handled by Jesuit. Penny Harrison to Joe Stimson. Joe Stimson lost the ball, scooped up by the Pioneers, and then lost it. And then a foul will be called. Against Oregon City, and that's going to be free throws for Penny Harrison. So 2 shots for Jesuit. First shot, no good. Stays 38-37, Oregon City. Here we go. Second shot is up. Missed them both. That's going to be a foul against Oregon City. And definitely a great call there. Great eye by the official there. There'll be some more free throws coming up for Jesuit with 1:22 to go. Here we go. Now Joe Stimson to shoot 2 for the Crusaders. First shot's up. No good. Stays 38-37. Yes, it does. Second shot's up. It's up. This time it's good. We are tied 38-38. Here we go. 80 seconds to go. 1-point game. Both teams with 3 timeouts apiece. It's going to be Elijah Scott. You don't have to rush anything to Oregon City. It's going to be Sendek to Elijah Scott. Elijah Scott takes the 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. Joe Stimson has it with 1 minute to go in the game. Here we go. Under a minute to go. Jesuit with the ball, tied game. Sam Kirby swings it out. Back to Joe Stimson. 15 on the shot clock for Jesuit. It's going to be Joe Stimson. Pershing sense on the shot clock. Tries to drive inside. Lost the ball. It's on the ground. Joe Stimson rolls out. Who's got the ball? Oregon City does. Oregon City with the rebound. They got to be careful. Coach is calling, screaming timeout, and he gets it. Oregon City has the ball with 20 seconds to go in a tied game. So we'll see how it ends. So they got both Central Catholic, Oregon City combining for one insane student section. Because they both want Jesuit to lose so bad. I say Grant helping out a little bit over there with Jesuit. What happens here? I'll be honest, I think that was a terrible shot. I said you had so much time left on the shot clock for Oregon City. So here we go. 20 seconds to go. How will at least regulation end? Well, I said, on this channel, I have never broadcasted an overtime game. Every time I've had that, it's been a buzzer beater. Roosevelt and Grant was a buzzer beater. Banks Corbett, the very first stream on this channel, that was a buzzer beater by Banks. Here we go. 10 seconds. Swings it out. Alarian Scott to Elijah Scott. And a foul with 6.5 seconds in the game. 6 seconds to go here in regulation. And timeout, Oregon City. Coach will draw up a play to try and win it for the Pioneers. Although we saw Grant do this a couple years ago, right over there. And the play they ran was a corner three. They ended up airballing the three. And then with about this same amount of time left, and Roosevelt took it all the way back for a buzzer beater. So we'll see what happens. Oregon State could also pull a Joe Simpson. Earlier this year against Southbridge, Joe Simpson took like a half-court shot and drew the foul to win the game. Actually, not that he made the half-court shot and the foul for the N1 to win the game. Here we go. Everyone's on their feet. 6.2 seconds to go. Connor Lemon fakes the handoff. Connor Lemon handoff past Eli Hopkins. It's stolen. Here we go. Half-court shot. About the buzzer. No. And we will go to overtime for the first time on this channel. So overtime we go. Here at the Chiles Center. We'll play some more basketball here between Oregon City and Jesuit. Here we go, start of overtime. So for the first time on this channel, I will be broadcasting an overtime game. So at least another 4 minutes to decide the winner of this one. So you're already up to 80 viewers. Let's see if we can let your friends know. I can maybe get up to 100 for this one. Here we go. It's gonna begin with the Pioneers for OT number 1. And it's underway here at the Chiles Center. Elijah Scott out to Senek, inside to Connor Lemon. Connor Lemon lost it, and it's going to be ripped for the ball, held ball. It's going to be Jesuit basketball with 3:43 to go here in overtime. So here we go. Back in bounds with Joe Stimson and the Crusaders. It's going to be first try for them for overtime. The swing out to Major Williams. Major Williams drives inside, takes the jumper, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2 with 3:31 to go here in overtime.
Oregon City foul number 23 to L'Oreal Scott. That's his third. Major Williams at the line for Jesuit.
So here we go. First shot is up. Good. Jesuit on top. 39-38. Comes the second shot for Major Williams. It's up. Also good. 2-point game. Back in bounds with the Pioneers and Elijah Scott. 3.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time for Oregon City. Instead of Elijah Scott all the way to the basket. Gets blocked out of bounds. Stays with Oregon City. Here's Elijah Scott. Gets the game-tying layup blocked. Here we go. Back in bounds with Elijah Scott and the Pioneers. The post up for Eli Hopkins out. And Alarian Scott swings it out to Sendek. Back to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins takes a Dame range three for the lead. Rolls out. It's going to be a rebound for Penny Harrison. He lost the ball. Recovers it. He gives it off to Joe Stimson. With 3 minutes to go here in overtime. Here we go. Back out to Ryan Barone. Back to Joe Stimson. It's going to be Joe Stimson. 50 on the shot clock. And they'll continue to run it down. Down inside. Back to Ryan Barone. Back to Joe Stimson. Closing seconds on the shot clock. It's going to be Joe Stimson swings it back out to Sam Curvey. Sam Curvey gets it off to Ryan Barone. Ryan Barone for three. That's no good. It's out of bounds. And Major Williams, or Penny Harrison was already out of bounds. So it's going to be Oregon City ball with 2:30 to go. All right, look at this. 90 viewers on the live. Let's go. Almost at 100. Make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Back in bounds with Oregon City. They trail by 2. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in overtime. It's going to be the pass out to Eli Hopkins. And Eli Hopkins gets it out to Alarian Scott. And it's going to be back out. And it's going to be the drive inside, stopped, swings it back out. And Elijah Scott will drive it inside. Elijah Scott for the tie. No! Out of bounds. Oregon City ball. So Oregon City will keep it with 2 minutes to go in overtime. Down 2. So they have 2 timeouts. They are given an additional one at the start of overtime. It's going to be back in bounds. As it gets it back in bounds, it gets back in bounds to Connor Lemon. Connor Lemon. It's going to be the pass out to Sendek. Sendek finds Eli Hopkins on the pass. Eli Hopkins wants to drive inside. Swings it out. Has the open 3 for Alarian Scott for the lead. No! And it's going to be taken back by Penny Harrison. Oregon City needed that one bad. Timeout, Jesuit. 102 seconds to go here in overtime. Jesuit leads by 2. 40-38. Just because I'm live in a bunch of front of people, I'm going to not say who I'm rooting for. So here we go, back up to 90 people watching. Wow. 102 seconds to go in overtime. Here we go. Back in bounds with Jesuit. It's going to be Joe Stimson out to Major Williams. And here we go. It's going to be Major Williams, the foul called, and that's free throws for Jesuit. Here with a minute 27 to go in overtime. That's the last thing Oregon State wants to do. They do not want to foul. Thank you. First shot's up. Good. Here we go. Second shot's up. And this time it's no good. Rebound by the Pioneers. That's big. Under 90 seconds to go, they trail by 3. They don't need a 3. They can go for a 2 and then get a stop and get something after that. You're welcome, everybody, for all the streams. It's going to be Hoff to Eli Hopkins. Eli Hopkins tries to drive inside. Eli Hopkins for the tie. No. Rebound, Penny Harrison. And they don't have to foul yet. Jesuit can, or Oregon City can go for one more stop before they have to foul. And that's what they will try to do. And Ryan Barone calls timeout for Jesuit. So almost at 100. We're 2 away. And this would be the 3rd time I would hit 100 people watching. There it is, 100 people. So I had like 102 people for last year's championship, 100 for this game, and I had 300 people watching for the Southridge Rainier Beach game earlier this year at the Les Schwab. I said for after this game, for those who still want to watch, I'll be doing the Central Catholic Grant game right after this one. I said once this game finishes, there's a 15-minute warm-up. So obviously the time I have set for it is not going to be accurate now because this game's in overtime. Pretty much after the stream ends, 15-ish minutes, and then that game will be underway right here on this channel. As here we go. Oregon City needs a stop. Back in bounds with Joe Stimson and the Crusaders. They don't have to foul. They can go for a stop if you're Oregon City. Closing seconds on the shot clock. But he just does not want to foul. Joe Stimson takes the shot, no good. Oregon City rebounds it with the closing seconds on the shot clock. So Oregon City slows it down. Now they have to get a 3. So what will happen? Who will take the 3 for the Pioneers? Shot clock's off, 15 seconds to go. Elijah Scott to Alarian Scott to Eli Hopkins. Timeout Oregon City with 10 seconds to go, and they will need a 3. So we'll see how this will end. So once again, for if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Help support the channel a bunch. And of course, I do accept donations for those who want to take it to another level. So we'll see what'll happen here. Oregon City needs a 3. Said tomorrow I'll be doing the consolation games. For sure I'll be live streaming them. So we'll see how that goes. Here we go. Here we go. 10 seconds to go. Oregon City needs a 3 to keep their season alive. Eli Hopkins will take the 3 for the tie. No good. They get a rebound. They needed a 3. They had a chance to take a timeout. They don't take one. And now essentially Jesuit's going to win the game. I said Oregon City felt too much pressure. Tried to go for 2 and it was a must get a 3. And that's going to be the game-costing mistake for the Pioneers.
scratch in for the Pioneers.
As it's going to be 2 shots for Jesuit.
Sam Kirby down the line for Jesuit. Shooting 2.
First shot up, good. And this next one with the make will seal it for Jesuit. And you can see all the Grant students coming in now. Here they come. And that'll do it. Jesuit comes from behind to beat Oregon City, and that will put Jesuit in the semifinals. And if things go right, we may see a holy war on Friday. Jesuit wins over Oregon City 42-38. I said 15 minutes, we will see the next game between Oregon Central Catholic and Grant. Make sure to be there for that. Until next time, goodbye.